Now for the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden Studios. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup between the Salt Lake City Pioneers and the Orlando Orbits. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Salt Lake City.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Operating from the gun, Rhodes. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Big strides, look at him go. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 58 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Pioneers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Now, we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
On the ready. Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. Fight. White. Blaster. Sit. Seal. Black.
Throwing is Wentz. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide by Wentz. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
43 rail. Cut.
They'll run on first down. Thurman, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
as usual, the hallmark of a good run defense? Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Edo blue. Ready.
Wentz to throw on second down. He finds his man complete. That's Griffith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go. Go set.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's coming like clockwork right now for them.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
On second down, here's Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
From the 5, third and goal. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
Black shot.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
Try to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there. 41 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And inside give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Rhodes forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Now Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. Jones fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Pioneers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On first down, Wentz looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Good position to be in here, second and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Thurman. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. He's to the 15. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Orbits are back within a score. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. He absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make... There he goes, right side. He's on his way. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Pioneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Pioneers 21, Hornets 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Ready, ready.
From the 22 now, here's the second down and 9.
Set, cut.
Throwing now is Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Wentz, eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Hut, hut.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. Down the left sideline. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Fight.
Now
97.
they'll audible to something else.
Set.
On 1st down, it's Clayton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Red. Cycle. Ready.
Wentz now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Okay.
They're
Right.
trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Set.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Orbits have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Looking to throw on second down. Rose. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Hurry, hurry!
Operating from the gun. Rhodes. Out left, Ellison's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
in trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
so this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Back to throw. Rhodes. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. It feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up the first down.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Pioneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit where they've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Blue striker. Smash, red. Hut, hut.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. That's Griffith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Wentz now on first down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A final shot before break. Rhodes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, trying to slow things down a little bit.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and now it's 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Beasley now to return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs or the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Second and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. It's brought in by Harris. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second down throw coming from Bennett. And he's got his target, Harris. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
And the Salt Lake City first down.
They'll run on first down. Hutchins. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And his kick here is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back to throw now on first down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
At the 17-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Thurman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Orbits are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
No gain on the play there, second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hutchins, the second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts, being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on this Thursday. So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
On first down, Hutchins. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a give, right side. Hutchins. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And the Salt Lake City first down.
They'll run on first down. Hutchins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
You don't see too many cornerbacks coming up with hits like that in the running game. He announced his presence right there and knocked it back for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And it'll be intercepted. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. This one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Harris to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. 2nd down and 8. Back to throw, Bennett. The left side completion to Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
First down, Pioneers.
They'll try the left side. Hutchins. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Bennett. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 22 yards there, a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And that's brought in by Knight. Unable to corral him. He fights through. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position. First and goal after a gain of 19.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Now third and goal.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Orbits put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll come up first and 10 here. Bennett. And this is caught by Beasley. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Here comes second down. Now Bennett. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Pioneers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's first down.
Seven Pirates. Ready?
He's back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Flushed out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth, because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Here's 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And bulldozing his way through. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Oh, man, he thought he went out of bounds. That's tough.
Field goal. Yes, it would have been a long field goal, but they passed it up, and they lose the game.
And you're right, partner. We all have questions, but I don't think anyone's going to ask the question more forcefully than the person who signs the checks for the entire organization. Why didn't you run the field goal kicker out there? You had a chance to tie the game. Looked like a makeable kick. Was the kicker hurt? Did you just not like the field conditions? This head coach is going to have a heck of an explanation.